Hey traders, welcome to Master the Market, where we help you become a market master. In today's video, we're going to be talking about scalp trading and how I was able to make a $431 profit in less than 1 minute, scalp trading a simple but very effective trading strategy. This trade was laid out in detail before I even entered into it in the Market Master group. So if you're interested in hearing about the stocks that I'm trading in real time, make sure to check out the link below in the description and join us in the group. So the stock that I ended up trading today in order to make this profit using this scalp trading strategy was NNE. NNE was one of the stocks that we were watching this morning for an opening range breakout and for a gap and go. This stock has had a ton of momentum lately, which we'll see when we take a look at the daily chart. And the opening range breakout level was $27.70. So that $27.70 is going to be our breakout level, of course. And if we take a quick look at the daily chart, just to see what I mean by the momentum that we've had lately, this stock was recently trading at $3.25, not even 2 months ago. And today it's all the way up right around $30 per share. So obviously the buyers have been in control here. The demand has been strong. And because of that, that is why this was such a good candidate for a gap and go this morning. So I missed the initial opening range breakout. That was not how I made this trade. That was not the scalp trade that I ended up taking because you would have wanted to get into that as it was breaking above that opening range breakout level and then locking in a quick profit as it pushes up into that $30 level. Or the other way that you could have traded that opening range breakout would be to allow it to pull back, see that it's going to start holding above that opening range breakout level, turning it into a potential area of support, just like it ended up doing later in the morning, and then looking to buy one of these dips nearby, risking off of those morning lows and looking for a move back up into the highs. Those are the two ways that I would have liked to have traded the opening range breakout this morning, but I ended up missing out on those trades. It was a very slow morning of price action. I had no trades up until this scalp trade, and the scalp trade that I ended up taking was at about 10:30 this morning once it started to break above those morning highs. So if we take a quick look at the Market Master group, like I said, this trade was thought out and posted in real time in the Market Master group. And the reason that I ended up getting into this trade was because there was a clear level of resistance at about $30. We saw that initial opening range breakout, it pushed up to $30, and it started to turn it into a clear level of resistance. So I posted that NNE was once again testing that $30 area, eyeing for a breakout to scalp. If it clears 30, there's likely a decent chance of a false breakout just because of how clearly it's been struggling with the level, so I'm looking for a quick profit only. Remember, you can always rebuy for a bigger move if the $30 area is able to turn into support. So if we take a look at the 1 minute chart, we can see pretty clearly this $30 level here from that morning move was acting as a key level of resistance. That was what I based this trade off of. When you're taking a scalp trade, you want there to be a clear level where you're buying a breakout or a clear level where you're shorting a breakdown. The reason for that is because once the stock is able to clear above that level, since it is such a significant price level, a move above that level is going to create a lot of demand. There's going to be people buying the breakout alongside with you. There's also going to be short sellers from earlier in the morning that are using that level for their risk management, which means that they're going to be covering and buying their shares back once the stock begins to break out above that level. And all of that is going to work in your favor when you're scalp trading that breakout. So that was my thought process with this trade. I took this trade and was watching it very quickly as it broke above that resistance level. And like I posted in the group, I was simply looking for a very quick scalp to the upside, just in case this was a false breakout. So I locked in my quick profits as it pushed up into that 31 level and made almost $1 per share on this trade, locking in a quick $431 in profits. I also want to break down why I was expecting this to be a false breakout. So far, it turned out to be true. It had this quick move up to 31, and it's now pulling back underneath that breakout level. The reason being is because, believe it or not, the clearer a level of support or resistance is, in my experience, the more likely there is to be a false breakout or a false breakdown above or below those support and resistance levels. So again, if we're taking a look here at the 1 minute time frame, looking at this $30 level from the morning, very clearly this was a level of resistance. For about 5 minutes or so, it really tested that level, tried to break through on numerous accounts, and every single time failed, got a big rejection, bounced back up, retested, rejected again, forming that level of resistance and showing that there is clearly some selling going on in that area. You have to keep in mind why false breakouts happen in the first place. They happen because when a stock moves above that resistance level, there's simply too much supply above that resistance that drives the price right back down and pushes it lower. So even though there's people buying the breakout, even though there are probably short sellers covering and managing their risk above that breakout, all of that demand sometimes cannot offset the amount of supply that comes in when that breakout happens. And when there is such a clear level of resistance like we have here at $30, that makes for a perfect opportunity for someone to sell a large amount of shares if they needed to for whatever reason, because they know that there's going to be so much demand coming into that breakout above that resistance level. We see the exact same thing happen all the time when there's a clear level of support. There'll be a quick false breakdown below, but there ends up being too much demand into that dip below support, so it turns out to be a false breakdown, and then the stock will run higher from there. Alright, so all of that being said, I hope you found some value in this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you want to hear about the stocks that I'm trading in real time, as well as get access to our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, our live custom scanner streams, and so on and so forth, all of that can be found in the Market Master group. There's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.